Hi everyone, and my name is Dave, and welcome to the YouTube channel Animar Animus. I'll be speaking with you today from the heart and seat of the soul. Thanks very much for joining me, and hope you're well. Today's video is a continuation of the last week's one on Cinderella, and it's from the book The Myth of the Goddess, Evolution of an Image, and Baring'S and Jules Cashford. So thanks very much, ladies, once again for letting me use your material. I appreciate that very much indeed. Without further ado, the story of Cinderella has many possible interpretations, but Harold Bailey, in the early years of this century, was the first to see it as the story of the soul's awakening and to connect it with the Song of Songs and with Sumerian, Egyptian and Gnostic myths. In his book, The Lost Language of Symbolism, he traced the historical transmission of many different stories and symbols that centered around the image of light hidden in darkness, a light that had to be rescued and restored to its rightful place. Through a profound knowledge of the etymology of words and an equally profound knowledge of European papermaking and the watermarks that were the medium of transmission for the alchemical and Gnostic ideas during an era of cruel persecution, he drew an astonishing picture of the relationship between mythology and the fairy tales that found their way into many different centres of European culture. Some 345 versions of the story of Cinderella had been gathered together and published by the Folklore Society shortly before Bailey started to write his book, and he drew on their wealth of material to show the relationship between the fairy tales and the older myths. So much has been lost with the passage of the centuries, and only now in this century can the fragments be recovered and pieced together. The familiar Cinderella of the fairy tale may seem far removed from the Greek myth of Persephone crying out to her mother, Demeter, or the Gnostic myth of the daughter Sophia weeping in her exile from her mother in the heavenly dimension. Nor does she immediately suggest the black Shulamite of the Song of Songs or the exiled Shekinah. Yet a knowledge of mythology suggests a relationship between them cannot be fortuitous. In this tale and those of Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, the earlier myths and the Bronze Age image of the sacred marriage shine through and connect the soul receptive to their numinosity with these mythic roots. I'll leave that there, ladies and gents. Thanks very much for staying with me. Hopefully you got something from it, and join me for future videos. Take good care of yourselves. Bye for now.